Hello students, today we will learn the story of A True Story of Sea Turtles 2.2. Now this is a true story which has occurred in Konkan beaches, that is on the Konkan beaches. Now this story is telling you about the protection and conservation of turtles. What do we mean by conservation? Conservation means saving. Now why there is a need to save these turtles? First and foremost, what do we mean by turtles? Have you ever come across the tortoise which is at the entrance of the temple, and we see in many houses the tortoise kept in a bowl, because it is said that tortoise is a good sign which every household it is kept, because tortoise gives us the positive energy and it lives for 300 years. That is, it's very healthy and the span of the life is many years, and that is one reason why it is treated, or what we can say is why it is called as a good sign, and that's the reason why the turtles we find in most of the households. Now how does the story start? So the story starts on the beaches of Konkan. The writer and his group of friends, they visited the beaches of Konkan, and on those beaches, on that beach, they found the pits with the egg shells. Now what is this pits? Pits means something, or we can say the soil dug deep into the ground, and near about they saw these egg shells, not the eggs children, the egg shells they saw, and they found out that this area has been sealed. Now why was it sealed? So they just went ahead and asked the villagers that why this area has been sealed over here. So what did they come to know? What did the villagers reveal to them? The villagers told that there was smuggling being undertaken of the bricks. Now which bricks? Silver bricks. So normally this smuggling, where it takes place? On the beaches, on the seaside, in the night time, we normally see in the movies, and we hear also that some two smugglers, they are coming in the boat, they get down of the boat, both of them in some like a big gown and suit and with a hat and everything, and they exchange the suitcases. And this is something which is called as smuggling of something. So which is done in a secret way. So that was found that smuggling of bricks was being undertaken on that beach, and that's the reason why this area was sealed. And what did the writer and his friends found there? They found the egg shells. Now from where these eggshells have come? Now they wanted to study about this. So they just studied with the help of the villagers, or with the help of the surrounding and all. And what do they come to know? That the female turtles, they just come, the female turtle comes to the sea beach and she lays about 100 to 150 at a time. That many eggs are laid down. But what happens, what was happening all these years? All these years, the thing which was happening was very weird, very strange, and it was wrong. That the villagers, the elders, or whosoever it may be, whenever the female turtle used to lay the eggs, what the people over there used to do? They used to steal the eggs. They used to steal the eggs, they used to eat away the eggs, and some used to sell away the eggs. So there were no turtles, no hatchlings coming out of those eggs. Now why the little ones not coming out of those eggs? Because these eggs were being stolen by the villagers and eaten away, or they were being sold away. Now this was something very wrong, because we know that we are supposed to protect the wildlife, protect the animals as per the law. So Here it is when the writer and his friends, that group, they thought of running a campaign. That means to spread the awareness among the villagers, among the people, that why turtles are very important and why we must save them. How do we save the tigers? Unless and until the thing comes across to the public, to the people, that we are not supposed to hunt the tigers. We are not supposed to hunt the wild animals. Even they have the right to live as we human beings. So they just took out a campaign, and what did they did? The uniqueness of this campaign was they appointed the local people. Now what do we mean by local people? The people, those who are living in that village only. So what they did, they took those local people and they asked them to take care of these eggshells. Now how to take care of these eggshells? What they did is, when the female was laying the eggs, after that it was removed from one place and it was buried in the other pit, and there they put a boundary, that is a fence, so that nobody will enter that area. So this is how the village people, how the local people were asked to take care of the eggs. Now what happened? After some years, now see, before this local people were appointed, they were running a campaign, the group of people. Now in that campaign, they told them that why the animal should be spared or should be saved, why they must take care of these turtles. So they tried to tell them through some demos, through some videos, through some talks and all like that. They started this procedure, started this venture. And now these local people, they were taking care of the eggs. And one fine day, that is after 45 to 50 days, thousands of hatchlings, because so many eggs were laid, and out of that, like many hatchlings just coming out from the eggs and just running on the beach. Just imagine what a splendid sight it could be. And the villagers, they were very excited and very happy, very surprised to see the hatchlings coming out of their eggs. Just imagine, children, in front of you on the sea beach, thousands of hatchlings coming out and just moving about on the beach. What a splendid sight it could be. What a wonderful sight it will be. And at that time, the villagers, what they did, they gave a standing ovation. Now what do we mean by standing ovation? Standing ovation means, normally when you see when a person is being given any award and all, the people, they just stand up and give a standing ovation when a person is receiving an award. Even in reality shows and all, we see when the child, the small child has danced very nicely or has sung very nicely, the judges, they stand immediately, because that is how they show their, like, how happy they have been by listening to them or by watching their performance. That is known as a standing ovation. Now here the same thing happened. These 100 to 150 eggs they lay, but then thousands of hatchlings, if they are coming out, it is such an amazing scene, to which they received the standing ovation. And at this time, children, at this moment, the elders, they confessed. The elders, they confessed. That means they spoke the truth. Now what did they speak? What did they reveal? What did they tell? They told that in their school days, what they used to do, it were they also who used to steal away the eggs or sell them away in the market for some minimum amount, for some minimum rupees. So that is the reason why they never got to see the hatchlings. They never got to see the newborn babies of turtles. And this was something very, very very, very unique thing, that in spite of staying there for so many years, right from school days to the old age, they never came across such a scene. So when they saw this, they were very, very happy, and it was at that moment they confessed, they told the truth. And for what reason? They did not ever got this to see. Now they confessed. After they confessed, more and more they came to know about the turtles, that they came to know that it is the turtles, they help the sea to keep clean. They help the sea to keep clean, and if the turtles are only not there, means that activity, who is going to do that? So God has created this universe with different creatures who has been given, each and everyone has been given a role to play on this earth. So turtles ka kya kaam hai? What was the work of the turtle? What was their role? Their role was to keep clean the water, keep the sea clean. So this is how they came to know, and they felt very sorry about this. And in this chapter we also come to know one very different, unique thing is that, the female which lays eggs on the beach, she returns to the shore to lay eggs where she was born. So in whichever place that the female turtle was born, after the birth, she goes away somewhere. But after gaining maturity, after coming to maturity, now she has to lay the eggs. So what is the female doing? The female is coming back to the same place where she was born. See how strange it is, children. Where she was born, she comes to the same place to lay the eggs. She lays the eggs and she goes away from there, and never she returns back. And then the hatchlings are born after 45 to 50 days with the help of the natural heat. After how many days? It takes nearly 45 to 50 days for the babies to come out of the eggs. Now that is something where the mother is not there with them, but with the help of the natural heat only, these babies, they come out, and they are now what? Left to the circumstances, that is, face dangers. Now what kind of dangers? There may be storm, there may be heavy rains, they may be coming under the foot of some human beings, they may be coming under the ships or the boats, or they may be eaten by the big animals. So all these are known as the hardships which the small hatchlings have to face, and all these they face in their life. The mother is not there with them. Whereas we, the human beings, do we ever do that? No. When the newborn baby is born, the mother takes utmost care of the baby. She never leaves the baby and goes away anywhere. She is always there with the children, with the babies. But here it is entirely the different. The female turtle lays the eggs and she goes away from there. And after 45 to 50 days, the babies are born, and they are forced to face all kinds of dangers. And how many of them survive, children? Out of those many, out of 150 eggs, how many are surviving? Only 1 or 2 survive. सिर्फ एक या 2, 100-150 में से. Just imagine the ratio, how it is. Then that is one more reason why we need to protect or conservation is a must. It becomes a must to preserve and to conserve and to protect those turtles, because hardly 1 or 2. What will happen if only 1 or 2 are remaining out of so many eggs? It's really a very sad thing. Now why a sad thing? क्योंकि उन्हें संभालने वाला कौन है वहाँ पर? No one. They come out on their own. They move about on their own. So many hardships they have to face on their journey, and many of them die in that journey. सो एक या दो ही बच जाते उसमें से. नाउ this is the reason why we need to why we need to protect or conserve the turtles. Now next part, what it is. Now again here is the part where the villagers are involved. Now this group of people wants to spread the awareness that why saving the turtles, saving the animals as per the law, it is very much necessary. So what they do is they engage the people. Which people now? They engage the village people only to take care of these animals. Now how do they engage them? First and foremost, they converted this beach into a tourist place. They converted this beach into a tourist place. Now they also involved them into the business. Now when it got converted into a tourist place means what? Many tourists, many outsiders come to that beach to take the, the happiness of seeing or watching those turtles. Now what happens? As well as homestay. What is the meaning of homestay? When the tourists, they are coming to this village, what is happening? When the tourists will come, where they will stay now? Because that's a village. They don't have any hotels and 5-star hotels or luxurious hotels or whatever it is, lodgings and boardings. So the villagers, they are staying in a particular house, in a particular bungalow, whatever it is. So they give out their own rooms on rent to the tourist. तो क्या होता है? Automatically they are getting the rent from the tourists. So automatically it is a extra income for that family. Moreover, the males, they also are getting the employment. क्यों? Because when that beach has been converted into a tourist place, they do have to take care of the turtles. They have to do lots of maintenance work because that is their business. तो उससे क्या होता है कि गांव वालों को ही एक तो उन्होंने अपना घर रहने के लिए दे दिया. They have rented their house to the tourist. Second is they cook the food and they offer it. That service they are giving. For that they are getting food. As well as the males, they are taking care of the turtles, taking care of the entire beach. They have to maintain it. They have to keep it clean. Many things are there when the tourists come. They have to do all these things. So automatically there is employment, there is a side business, there is a side income also. So this is what is happening, and that's the reason why they engage the villagers only into this activity. Why? क्योंकि ये I am staying here, this is my place and I have to take care of this place, so I will be more responsible. So here what is happening? The village, the villagers, the beach, it is theirs. They are staying next to the beach. So automatically that belonging, that love, that affection towards that place comes automatically. It is very natural. So when you yourself are engaged into that, what will happen? You give 100% of your time. 100% you will do that work very nicely. क्यों? एक तो वो तुम्हारा खुद का है, तुम्हारा बिजनेस है और तुमको उसके एक्स्ट्रा इनकम भी मिल रहे हैं. You are getting extra income out of that. So who would not like to take care of these things? Who would not like to engage themselves into this activity? So this is how they try to bring together all the villagers and they spread this message that protection and conservation of turtles is a must. Is a must. And that is how all the villagers combined together, came together, and they were very happy now because they understood the importance of the turtles. And as well as they are getting money for that. So who will not go for it? So this is what the entire chapter tells us about. Now the last line, children. Conservation of nature through livelihood. What is the meaning of this? So here the turtles on the beach, that itself is like nature. Now we are saving that nature. Through what? Through livelihood. Through livelihood. Livelihood means what? Getting that income to get your 2 meals per day, to survive. So this livelihood, from where are they getting? By conserving the nature. How they are conserving the nature? By engaging themselves in the taking care of the beach, taking care of the turtles, preserving them and saving them, as well as allotting accommodation, which is their own homes, as well as the food. They are only cooking and they are only serving. So here in all the ways they are saving the nature as well as they are getting the income. They are able to live. That itself is known as conservation of nature through livelihood. That is why it is said a true story of sea turtles. So nature is something, children, which we need to take care of. So we should not go against the nature. We should not destroy the nature. We must not spoil the nature. In fact, in the nature there are animals, there are human beings, there are trees, there are waterfall, there is a water, lakes, everything is there. The industries have come up near the water. See the waterfalls, again it is converted into a tourist place. And in the rainy season people go to where? To Lonavala, Bushi Dam. That has come naturally. Nobody has prepared that. By taking efforts, that has come naturally. It is the duty of the people to take care of that spot. And on that spot there are many people who are putting up, carts, the thelas and everything, selling all sorts of food articles and all food items and everything, because they are getting income from there. And many people are visiting that place. That itself we say as conservation of nature through livelihood, and that is why it is our prime duty, our prime responsibility to protect and conserve the nature. I just hope you all have understood the lesson, children. Thank you very much.